Hello friends, in this video we'll study about light independent reactions, also known as dark reactions. Another name is Kelvin cycle, and this name was known after a scientist, Melvin Kelvin. So light independent reactions or dark reactions or Kelvin cycle are one and the same thing. Where these reactions are occurring, they are occurring within the stroma of the chloroplasts, and they require ATP, carbon dioxide, NADPH, and a 5-carbon starter molecule called ribulose. ATP and NADPH, they are made available from light dependent reactions, as you all have seen in my previous videos. Carbon dioxide, it comes from the atmosphere, and ribulose, it is already present from previous reactions. Looking at the diagram, this is ribulose 1,5-biphosphate, which is a 5-carbon compound, and carbon dioxide is coming from the atmosphere. This is obviously 1 carbon. So they both unite here to form this. First of all, this step is known as carbon fixation, and they will form a 6-carbon compound, but this newly formed 6-carbon compound immediately breaks up into 3-carbon molecules. And what is the name of these 3-carbon molecules? 3-phosphoglycerate. So I've written it as 3-phosphoglycerate plus 3-phosphoglycerate, 3 carbon each. Okay. So, and after this, the next step is this 3-phosphoglycerate will convert to 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. This again is a 3-carbon compound, and this reaction will require ATP, and ATP will be converted to ADP. After that, 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate will be converted to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and this reaction will convert NADPH to NADP, and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, actually two molecules are formed. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate here and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, 2 molecules. And this reaction is catalyzed by an enzyme known as Rubisco. Its full form is ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate carboxylase oxygenase, Rubisco, and this is the most abundant enzyme on earth. Okay. Now what happens? Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, after several reactions, they are converted to ribulose 5-phosphate, and this ribulose 5-phosphate is used to regenerate the 5-carbon sugar molecule over here, and this is how this cycle goes on. And since the first product which is formed is a 3-carbon compound, it is also known as C3 pathway and also Kelvin cycle. This glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate is formed. This is transported from the chloroplast to make glucose, fructose, starch, etc. And this NADP and ADP, they are returned to light reactions. Okay. So we can write the equation as carbon dioxide plus ATP plus NADPH plus 5-carbon ribulose. They give glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate plus NADP plus ADP plus phosphate. So this was all about C3 pathway or Kelvin cycle. Now what happens to this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, or we can say fate of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate? So the equation of photosynthesis is written as 6 carbon dioxide plus 6 H2O plus light gives C6H12O6 plus 6O2. See, here in the above reactions, we have studied the light reactions previously, and now we have studied the dark reactions, and here we see that the last product is actually here in the equation they say that it is a 6-carbon compound, but the actual end product is glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So why? Previously, it was easier to detect 6-carbon sugars than glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Hence, the equation was made like this. What happens to this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate? It can regenerate ribulose in Calvin cycle. If a plant undergoes photosynthesis and produces 12 glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate molecules, 10 out of 12 are rearranged to regenerate 5 carbon ribulose needed for light independent reactions. So they will regenerate it. Now, it can also form sugars and complex carbohydrates, with sugars like starch and cellulose starch is used for energy, cellulose is used for cell wall synthesis. These are complex sugars or simple sugars. Like these simple sugars are used as building blocks for ATP, DNA, RNA, etc. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate can also be converted to fats. The cells can also convert it into lipids such as oils for storage, phospholipids for cell membranes, or steroids for cell membranes. It can also be broken down to release energy. Then it can be used as ATP in cell respiration and used for energy requiring procedures in plant growth, etc. Okay. Then proteins can also be formed by this by addition of an ammonia group. It can serve as the carbon skeleton for the construction of amino acids and needed to form proteins. So these are all the fates of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So this all completes our dark reactions. Thank you for watching the video.